All right, everybody. So the topic of this lesson today is social media addiction. That's what we're going into, social media addiction. You know. So we're gonna get started. All right, I'm gonna read some notes that I put down. All right, so this demon is small and powerful. It has no legs, but follows me everywhere. He can't speak, but he calls me all the time. This demon is also present with you. In fact, it's within this room, right? Like you depend on it daily, and you can't leave the house without it. You even pass it to the kids to suffer. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the cell phone, right? I'm talking about the tablets. I'm talking about all these devices, man, that they have nowadays, right? It's just because the phone is becoming a drug right now to all our people. It's becoming a drug. We use it for communication, of course, you know, to validate information, to capture moments, and also to kill time, right? We use it a lot for that, to kill time. What? Why? I need my phone. Yeah. But yeah, so the first precept we're gonna go to is 2 Corinthians 2:11.
And when everybody got it, say Con, 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11.
Is we gotta realize, man, that these things is taking over, and we got to be aware of it. We gotta make sure it don't, because it takes up your time, man. When you're on your phone, it can take up the time that it can avoid you from studying. You know, it can lead into temptation. You falling into temptation. You know, go ahead, write that out, King.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 2 and verse 11, and it reads, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices."
See, so we can't let Satan. We got to be aware of these damn devices, man, because that's Satan's way to get to us, right? He can send traps through these phones, through social media, through all these different platforms, Instagram, all this stuff that we tie our lives into, right? These are all traps. These are all traps. Let's go to Matthew 26:41.
So like you real quick.
Go ahead.
So when they say, for we are not ignorant of his devices, yeah, you could think, you know, devices, laptops, tablets. But when you go into the Greek word for devices, it goes into mental perception. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not ignorant of Satan's mental perception like the rest of the world is.
Right.
You know, some of our people out here doing evil on their tablets, on their phone, and they don't even recognize that they're doing evil. They think it's okay, they think it's normal, because Satan has blinded their mental perception, right? So the devices goes into your physical devices as well as your mental perception. We're not ignorant of Satan's mental perception when you come to this truth.
Right.
Right? What you had called, King?
Matthew 26:41.
And when everybody got it, say Con, Matthew chapter 26 and verse 41. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 41, and it reads, "Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak."
Right? Don't let, because these devices, man, they'll lead you off into temptation. Easy. You can be on there, man, and then you got all these damn sex demon things popping up. You got all types of stuff popping up on your thing.
Right.
Hold on, Slack. You got all types of stuff popping up on your phone. You're getting the emails, and you know what I mean. When you ain't got time, when you bored, and all this stuff is popping up, you might be intrigued to check it out. That's how you let demons in, man. That's how all hell breaks loose. That's how it starts, right? And he said the spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Our flesh is weak. You know, we can't sit here. You know, we got thoughts and imaginations going on. When you seeing stuff, certain things, you may be scrolling on your timeline, see a twerk video, and you might be like, man, these people crazy, man. Like, look at this. And you start looking at it, and then your damn imagination start going. All hell start breaking loose in your heart, in your mind, right? You start shaking up your spirit. That's Satan rattling the cage. That's Satan rattling the cage. Let's get another precept on that. Let's get a precept. 1 Peter 5 and 8.
And when everybody got it, say come. 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8.
Because we got to be prepared, man. You got to be spiritually, mentally. You got to be prepared for these things. You know, when you start, like, because you get them thoughts in your head. You know how we listen to music, and you may get a worldly music. That worldly music gets stuck in your head, and you'll start. That's just like when the Christmas spirit come out, and you start hearing jingle bells, and then in your mind you start singing it out the blue.
Yeah.
And you be like, what's going on? That's them damn wicked demons trying to get to you.
Right.
So that's just like I catch myself, like I hear a song from like a R&B singer or whatever, and I catch myself like humming it, and I'll be like, oh no. So I'll retract my mind and listen to some true music just to get my spirit right. Because stuff happens like that. You know, the only way we can fight it is praying and fasting, and staying on top of it. But those are things that we all go through, and those are things that we have to like be aware of and be prepared for. So go ahead, bring that up.
Right. This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 5 and verse
8.
In verse 8. 1 Peter chapter 5 and 8, and it reads, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour."
Right. So we gotta be sober-minded, right? We gotta be vigilant. We gotta be on our toes. Because the adversary, the devil, is on us. He on our heels. Right? As a roaring lion, he said, walking about, seeking whom he may devour. So if he see that one weakness, now all of a sudden, I don't know if y'all notice, when you go on social media and stuff, they got devices that analyze what you're looking at, what catches your eye, right?
Algorithm.
Yeah, they got algorithms and stuff that based off of you in particular on what you're watching on your phone, what you're going to on a regular basis, and they'll start throwing those feeds your way so they can distract you more and more. And we all fall into it, You got a lot of people that buy stuff. Like if you can't control you got those urges where you gotta buy something, and they start sending you stuff that you previously bought or stuff that they think that you would like, and they start throwing that stuff towards your way, it's all a distraction. It's all a distraction. Let's go to Psalm 62 And we're gonna read from 5 to 7.
Con. When everybody got it, say con. Psalm chapter 52. 52.
62.
62. Psalm 62, chapter 5, verse 5 through 7.
Yeah, 62, 5 to 7.
This is the book of Psalm, chapter 62 and verse 5, and it reads, my soul, wait thou only upon the Most High, for my expectation is from him.
Right, our expectation is from him. Read.
He only is my rock and my salvation.
So the Most High, he only is our rock in our salvation. So we got to know that. Like, we got to make him, like, that's got to be the drive in our everyday lives, is the Most High. Read.
He is my defense.
So he is our defense. He gonna make sure that if we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, according to the scriptures, that he's gonna defend us. He's gonna make sure that we're going down the right path if we're fighting to go down that path, if we're enduring, right? Read.
I shall not be moved.
And you're not gonna be moved if you're relying on the Most High in everything that you do. Everything that we do, if we're relying on him, man, we can't be defeated, period. Read.
Verse 7, and the Most High is my salvation and my glory. The rock of my strength and my refuge is in the Most High.
See? So the Most High he got to be in our life at all times. When you're going through stuff, hey, man, look, if you start slipping, hey, go face the east and start praying. That's what time it is. Once you start seeing yourself get a certain way, I know, like, if I start getting irritated or getting angry, I go pray. Get that damn demon off me. You know, get that spirit off me, so I can stay in the spirit, right? All right, let's go to this article, y'all. Can y'all see the screen?
Hi.
Okay. Y'all can see the article?
Con.
Okay. So, all right, hold on. All right, so this is can everybody see this clear? The term nomophobia. Everybody can see that?
It's a little small, but
It said a little small. Trying to see if I can enlarge it more.
Shalom, King. Shalom. Happy Shabbat.
Happy Shabbat, brother.
Shalom, King Yahweh Shem Shabbat.
Can you see it?
You gotta text me that.
Probably got to zoom in a little bit.
All right, we just gonna read.
Okay.
It is kind of small. Send it to you like this. We're just gonna break it down basic, so it's because there's a lot on it. So we just gonna do the basic. You got it?
Okay, con.
Okay. It's the term. It's basically the term.
All right, so I'm gonna read this article, right? Nomophobia, right?
It's nomophobia.
Nomophobia. Nomophobia is the fear of being out of cell phone contact, having no bars, or an uncharged phone is leading to anxiety and panic attacks in an increasing number of people. Nomophobia is a rising trend among high school and college students. Nomophobia has been proposed by psychiatrists as a specific phobia. Nomophobia may be linked to social anxiety disorder.
Right. So we got all these like all. So basically, if you addicted to your damn phone, it's an addiction now. You know, it has symptoms and stuff that goes along with this. Anxiety. What it said? It said anxiety, fear of not having your phone charged up. Like when your phone start dying, people start panicking, man, because they can't keep in communication with their people, or they can't look at social media, or they can't be, you know what I mean? They start to panic, man. They have anxiety, man. You start getting stressed out, you know. Let's go to Jeremiah 2:14.
And when everybody got it, say Con. Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 14.
And when y'all got spare time, just look and read into this, man. Like go deep into it. Cause it's crazy, man. Don't make no damn sense. Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse 14, and it reads, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?
See, it said, is Israel a servant? Because when you look at social media, when you look at your phone, when you look at all this technology, we're slaves to it, man. We use it all the time. If you didn't have your phone right now, how are you going to get from point A to point B? Like in town. If you're in town, what are you going to use to get to there? We're not using maps nowadays, right? We're going on the phone and Googling every damn thing. You know, back in the days, they had just a map. They had to pull out a map and actually, you know, track out how they gonna get to a certain city or a certain place.
Right.
Now everything is in your phone. So they kind of dumbing us down. That's why I said, are we servants? Because you're putting everything into these damn devices. And it says, is he a homeborn slave? You're a slave to this. Why is he spoiled? You're spoiled with this stuff because without your phone, you can't do nothing. Right. Without your phone, you know, most people, if they phone died right now, if it's broken, they ain't have no more phone. What are you gonna do? You're gonna go crazy. You're gonna be like, damn, I need my phone on. You're gonna rush to go get your damn phone fixed if you can't use it. So we're a slave to this. You know? What if we didn't have Google? You know, what if we didn't have these things? How are we gonna function? You know, those are things that we have to look at. If Google shut down today, all hell's gonna break loose. If everything crashed and we ain't had no more, you couldn't get on your phone, you ain't had no more bars, people gonna start going crazy. They're gonna be in their phone, they're gonna be like this all damn day, trying to get a reception, trying to make a damn TikTok, man. The TikTok spirit, like, dude, it's crazy, man. Go ahead,
bring it out.
It's just amazing you saying that, because what happened when the instruments of the heavens crash and there ain't no more satellites and, you know, no reception, no towers. The towers might be there, but they have no use if you have no satellites.
Right.
You know, and what would our people do when we're in the wilderness now and we can't call to see, oh, I think my brother made it. I think sister such and such made it. Let's call and see if she pick up her cell phone and see what part of the wilderness she's at. Let's see what part of the wilderness this brother is at so we can go meet up with them. It ain't gonna be none of that.
Ain't gonna be none of that.
So
yeah, and that's the key, man. It's gonna be crazy, man. Ain't gonna be no, and that's an addiction. That's just like when people getting off when you getting off these drugs, you know, they start going through some stuff. You know what I mean? Withdrawals. They're going through withdrawals, and that's the same thing with this phone, with these devices that we use. Netflix shut down right now, man. All hell breaking loose.
Yeah.
No more movies, no more TV. Hey man, it's gonna go crazy, man.
Just like you said too, it dumbed us down, man. These cell phones has dumbed down this generation because we used to remember phone numbers. When we wanted to call somebody, we could remember who the number and call them. We didn't have to look at a name and you know what I'm saying? Now we can't remember nobody's number. We used to remember places. Like if we travel somewhere 1 or 2 times, we will remember how to get there without GPS, without no problems. Now you go somewhere, you can't remember how to get back.
You don't know.
You ain't got your phone, you know, you can't remember how to get back to where the hell you was at.
It's because they took our senses. They took our senses from us.
And I guarantee you too, this generation, if you give them a physical book map, like we used to have to read back in the days, they can't follow that.
No, they can't follow that. Nope. They'd be lost, man. They'd be walking, man. They'd be like, man, which way is east? Which way is south?
God, they need that blue line.
They need that blue
to show them where they going. They need that blue line.
Do I follow this line or do I follow? They don't know what to do. You know, and it's sad, man, because for our kids, you know, most of us that's on here, as we was growing up, it was different. We didn't have all this stuff. We went out, we played, we rode our bikes, we went to parks, we played basketball, we was out in the community. Nowadays, kids are staying in because they don't give a damn about what's going on outside. They want to stay on the damn tablet all day, make TikTok videos, play Minecraft, play Roblox, you know, so we have to change the way that things are going, man, for our families. My family included, my kids included, because you know, when your kids get on your nerves, you be like, all right, man, look here, man, take this tablet and go sit down.
Right.
You know, nah, man, go play outside. That's what it should be. Go play outside. You know, you're getting bored. Hey, go play outside. Not give them a damn tablet and tell them to sit in the corner and they be stuck there for hours, right?
Right.
Because that's just what happens. Kids get on your nerves. You go give them a tablet or a phone and just to silence them. You know, and we got to change that. I got another article on Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was the creator of these damn devices. Let's see, Slocky. Steve Jobs, man. He said, why did Steve Jobs, it's supposed to say didn't let his kids use iPads, you know, or the cell phones.
And that's crazy because the same thing with Cardi B. Cardi B make that wicked music, but she won't allow her kids to listen to it.
See?
And Esau make these wicked devices, but he won't allow his children to be affected because he know it's wicked. He know that it'll destroy them. So he saved them by refraining them from using those devices, man. That's crazy.
Right. Steve Jobs let his kids use. Hold on, let me find where.
I got it.
All right, I'm gonna read this little thing. It says, how addicted are you to your cell phone? How much time do you spend in front of a screen? Would you let your children do the same? Steve Jobs thoughts was not a good idea. So he did not let his children use iPads and iPhone, generally technology, you know? So he didn't let it, he's the creator of this, and he didn't even let his damn kids use it. Because he knew how messed up it'll have them. they'll be lost. Okay.
So you want me to start from the top?
We're gonna start.
I can continue where you left off at.
Hold on. Said every night, Steven said. Okay. You can read down here. Let's start from here. Okay. We can. Well, I just wanted to read that because that was let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they
we can read. You can
read it
read.
down. Yeah, because they had that documentary on Netflix talking about how the companies, just like you was talking about in the beginning, how they create the algorithm to make you addicted to it. They want you to just log into the app. That's all they want you to do is log into the app, go into the app. That's all they want you to do.
They track everything that you click on. Everything that we click on, that we like, that we buy. If we go on Amazon Prime and buy something right now, they tracking it. And then what they do is control what they put in front of your face. Like a certain, like say if you was into porn and you're constantly into porn, more porn stuff is gonna start popping up on your phone.
Right.
Whatever you do in that is gonna start popping up to keep you asleep, to keep you addicted to it, right? Because they know this damn thing is wicked as hell. This is just a way it's a form that they came up with, a formula they came up with to keep us asleep, to keep us away from the truth, right?
So this is the article. I'm gonna just continue where the brother left off at. It say in 2010, a New York Times reporter had a conversation that revealed a lot about the life of the founder of Apple. Nick Bilton commented, "Your kids must love the iPad, right?" After the launch of the device, Jobs replied, "They haven't used it. We limit the amount of technology our children use at home." Any special reason? According to Walter Isaacson, the author of Steve Jobs' biography, the family focused more on history or reading as well as activities that had to do with technology. Walter interacted with the Jobs and explained, it says, quote unquote, every night Steve insisted on drinking Salakia. Every night Steve insisted on dining at the big kitchen table, talking about books, history, and a variety of other things. Nobody ever took out an iPad or a computer. The kids didn't seem addicted to the devices, right? And it says it's not the only one. A large number of CEOs and prominent figures of Silicon Valley companies significantly reduced the time their children spend in contact with technology. For example, Bill Gates did not give his children cell phones until they were 14 years old. In addition, its use was prohibited during lunch, dinner, and before sleeping. The recommendation of the American Academy of Pediatrics is to limit technology according to the age of the children, since there is a great fear that the use of the devices will become compulsive and uncontrolled. Right?
Yeah, that's it. That's it on that. We're gonna go to. It's another one in here that I wanted to go to, but let's get a precept. Let's go to James 4:7.
James 4:7, and when everybody got it, say come. But that's trap counsel because you know they push out this technology, they push out these different apps to get children. They target children, get children on it, but they own seed, they own children, not even owning a cell phone until they're 14, until they get in high school.
They training the kids how we should be training ours.
Right.
And this our damn enemy training their kids as we supposed to be training ours. You know, keeping them away from them damn. They creating the wicked technology, you know, and they're not letting their children use it. But our children are. Our people are. They're addicted to it.
They are. And it said that Bill Gates wouldn't let his children use the phone during lunch, during dinner time, you know what I'm saying, before going to sleep. And I find it in my household right now. You know what I'm saying? We be eating dinner. My daughter be on the damn computer or the cell phone watching something. You know what I'm saying? While she eat her food, or even the little one will be sitting there with her food and she'll have her cell phone right there. You know what I'm saying? Not thinking nothing of it too much, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you gotta really, you gotta take stuff like that into consideration, man. That's addiction. You can't eat your food
without being on the phone. Madness, man. Our people, man. That's why I said it's time for us to change the formula, man. You know, in our households.
Right.
And that's us including me. You know, we all got to do this because this is a way they dumbing us down, man. If we let our kids keep doing the same thing, go down this path, they're gonna be damn retarded, man. Because they ain't gonna know a damn thing. You know, they're not gonna be street smart. They're gonna just be smart on what they're reading on the damn internet. They're gonna be believing everything that they're writing, you know, and sending them off. Let's get that. James 4 and 7.
This is the book of James, chapter 4 and verse 7, and it reads, "Submit yourselves therefore to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you."
Right. So we need to, in these times, we need to be submitting ourselves to the Most High. You know, and we need to be resisting the devil. And he will flee from us. You know, as long as we keeping the Most High first and following these laws, statutes, and commandments, you know, continuing to pray and fast, you know, and to continue to study. Because when you find yourself bored and you scrolling on your phone, on social media, that means it's time to break out a video. It's time to break out a lesson. You know, when you that bored, it's time to go study. If you got to scroll on social media, that means you need to go ahead and go on YouTube and watch a video. That's what I catch myself doing now. Now I'll be like, okay, if I'm scrolling, and then you got to look at it too. When you first wake up, what are most people doing? They're grabbing their phone to check it, to see if anybody called. You may wake up and just grab your phone and just start scrolling and just looking on the damn timeline on Instagram, right? I did it this morning. I threw my damn phone on the floor. I was like, man, I started praying. You know, because I was like, I grabbed it, I was like, looked at it now, and I just caught myself just scrolling. And I was like, oh, no. And I'm going to this lesson today. Man, come on, man. So I hurried up. I faced the east and I started praying, man. You know, because I wanted to be in the spirit. So I'm just about to start working towards that. You know, if I'm that bored, I need to go ahead and grab and go into a lesson. You know, and that's just something that we need to just change our habits when it comes to these damn devices. It's enough. All right, go ahead, King.
Can you read on? Can you read verse 8, please?
Verse 8. Draw nigh unto the Most High, and he will draw nigh unto you.
And that's what we all need to be doing. That's exactly what we need to be doing. We know it's hard. We say this all the time. We know it's hard. We know it's a fight for our souls that we're in. And we know we have to draw nigh to the Most High. We have to get close to him as close as possible. You know, we're not going to go to the third heaven, but in spirit, we want to be as close to the Most High as possible. You know, read on.
It reads, "Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded."
Purify your hearts, ye double-minded. You want to get your mind right. You know, because we know the heart is talking about your mind, according to Mark 7:21. So we want to get our minds right. We want to be stable in our walk in this truth. You know, a lot of us are unstable. You know, and it's a tough fight for us. Even some of us that's been in this truth for a while, it's still a tough fight for us, and this fight is not going to end, because he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. So we know that, and we know it's a fight that we're in. So, you know, read on.
Verse 9, be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning and your joy to heaviness.
Con. So that's why we fast and pray often. We want to afflict our souls. So the Most High see that we're trying. We're trying to fight for our souls. You know, he already know what you're about, but this is why we do these things, because we want to show, just like where the scripture says, study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, not to man. But we fast. We're not fasting for men. We're not fasting for the things of this world. We're fasting for a higher prize, which is coming from the Most High. Con? You know, so this is why we gotta afflict our souls often, fast and pray, because we know that some of these spirits and some of these demons that's lurking about, or even if that's upon us, we can't get rid of them except we fast and pray. You know?
Right.
So yeah. Come on, that's all.
Hey, let's go to 14. There's something in there too that I want to touch on too.
Jump down to 14?
Yeah, jump down to 14, everybody.
So this is the book of James, chapter 4, and verse 14. Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow. Right. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time, right, then vanisheth away.
See, so at the beginning of that, right, it says, whereas ye know not what tomorrow's gonna bring. You don't know if we're gonna be here tomorrow, right? So we need to get it right now, while we're still breathing. You may go to sleep and you ain't, what did you do according to the Bible throughout that day, right? So we need to be on our P's and Q's on that end, because as a vapor that appeareth for a little time, so we can vanish at any time, man. We can check out. The Most High can take us out right now, man, in the middle of the damn lesson. Yeah. And be like, hey man, I'm done. And then now you gotta go to the Most High and you gotta go face to face. And then it's gonna be ugly, man, if you wasn't doing what you were supposed to be doing. You know, so tomorrow's not promised. We gotta change what's going on today.
All right, I got a precept too. Right. Let's go to the book of Job, chapter 7, and verse, we can start at verse 7, right? Job 7:7, because, you know, the brother right, man, we got to take initiative now. We got to make changes now, man. You know, we got to set standards in our households. We got to limit screen time, right? You know what I'm saying? No matter how hard or how austere we may seem to be on our household, but we got to do what's right, because we got to do it for the greater good. You know, they might not understand it now. Like how my dad used to tell me, you might not understand what I'm telling you now, but later you'll understand why I did this. You know what I'm saying? Why I wouldn't let you stay out late at night. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand it now because you want to do it. You know, you think I'm being hard on you, you think I'm being mean or whatever, but you'll understand when you get older. The same goes for these children and these damn devices, man. But like the brother said, we got to make a change now, because tomorrow not promised. You know? So this is the book.
This is the book of Job, chapter 7 and verse 7. And it reads, oh, remember that my life is when my eyes shall no more see good.
Right, so our life is as wind, man. Wind come and go. Wind blow and then it stop. Right, read.
The eyes of him that have seen me shall see me no more.
Because once you pass away, we're not going to see you again in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? So the eyes that see him, they're not gonna see him no more because he felt as if he was gonna pass away, right? Read.
Thine eyes are upon me, and I am not.
Read.
As the clouds is consumed and vanish away, so he that goeth down to the grave shall come up no more.
Right. So as the cloud is consumed and vanished away, Salaki, I'm gonna go up to verse 8 and read the second half of verse 8. It says, thine eyes are upon me, and I am not. That's basically you at a funeral, you dead in the casket, and people looking at you, but you're not even there. You back in the spirit realm with the Most High, right? Because you dead. Verse 10, it say, he shall return no more to his house. You'll never go back to your house. You'll never be able to set your house in order. You'll never be able to do what you wanted to do before you passed away. So you got to do it now. You got to nip this stuff in the bud now, right? It says, neither shall his place know him anymore, right? Because once you through, you through. Once you dead, you dead. Once you gone, you gone. There's nothing that you can do to stop your family from watching damn Android kids YouTube at dinner time when you dead. It ain't nothing you can do about it, right? Read verse 11.
Verse 11.
Salaki. No, that's it. Verse 10 was it.
Okay.
Verse 10 was it. So yeah, that's just the point. Yeah, we got to make change now because once we pass away, it's a wrap. It ain't nothing you can do to uplift your family no more, to set order in your house no more, to lead your family into the righteous way. It's nothing you can do after you're dead. So you gotta start now, man.
Come on.
All right.
Con.
All right, man. Because hey, now's the time, right? This wicked world starting to it's changing, man. Prophecies is coming true. We ain't got time to play around. I got another article right here. This is on this is Tim. See? I sent it to you. This is the CEO of Apple, Tim Cook. He don't let his kids use social media. Don't let your kids use social media.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Because it's wicked, man. Our kids is getting lost and caught up in this social media thing, man. You take your damn kid's phone right now, man. All hell gonna break loose with them. They gonna lose their damn mind.
Right.
Gonna break it out, kid.
So this is go back up to the title. This article is called Apple CEO Tim Cook, Don't Let Your Kids Use Social Media, right? And it reads, Apple CEO Tim Cook doesn't like the idea of children using social media. Cook visited a group of college students in London on Friday, where he celebrated the launch of Apple's Everyone Can Code program. Even as one of the world's top tech executives, Cook admitted that he had an issue with today's excessive use of technology and the access that children have to social media. I don't have a kid, but I have a nephew that I put some boundaries on, Cook says, according to The Guardian. There are some things that I won't allow. I don't want them on a social network. But Cook's recent wish to keep his nephew from joining an online social network isn't the first time he's spoken about the topic. Quote, the internet has enabled so much and empowered so many, Cook said during an MIT graduation ceremony in June of 2017, but it can also be a place where basic rules of decency are suspended and pettiness and negativity thrive. Cook also warned students about the dangers of getting caught up in the trivial moments. Online trolls and worrying too much about what others think. Measure your impact on humanity, not in likes, but in the lives you touch, not in popularity, but in the people you serve, Cook said.
Yeah, right. We'll leave it on that. Let's go to the script. Let's go to.
Hey,
Yeah, man.
That's heavy.
That's heavy, man. Because even the people that's creating these damn devices, they're not letting their kids. They're telling us, don't let our kids watch this. Don't let them use these devices. You know, but you don't see them advertising that though, right? You don't see that being out like for the world to really see it. Like, yeah, it's on Google, but did you see it before we just brought it out today? I know I didn't.
I done seen some documentaries about it, you know, but I didn't know that even the major CEOs like Steve Jobs and Bill Gates and this guy Tim Cook, you know, didn't allow that they people to they children to use social media and stuff, man.
Right.
And these the head devils.
These the head people,
the
man.
elites. You know what I'm saying? They know they're not with the foolery. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of folly comes with social media, man, and dealing with children. You know, children that try to sneak after you tell them they can't go on it, they'll still try to go in their room and sneak on there, delete the app. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know, be wicked as hell, man, behind some damn social media. Disobey your authority to follow the authority of Satan. You know, and that's crazy. But he said he set boundaries on his nephew. And that's the same thing we got to do with ours, man. We got to set boundaries, man.
We have to.
No matter how much they kick and scream and cry, you know, you got to set them boundaries, man. Or they're going to go off, they're going to go left. You know?
Let's go to 1 John chapter 2 and verse 16.
And when everybody got it, say, 1 John chapter 2 and verse 16.
Yeah.
All right, 1 John chapter 2 and verse 16. All right, and it reads, so like, I'm gonna start at verse 15. 1 John chapter 2 and verse 15, and it reads, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away in the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever.
Right. So we can't be caught up in the things of the world, man. These damn wicked devices, man, we got to be more mindful of what we're doing. Like, you know, we just got to retrain our minds, right? Because it says in 16, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, that's the lust of the flesh, man, and the lust of the eyes, right? And the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world, right? So everything we're seeing, you know, that when we're looking, that's lust, man. When you constantly, you can't go a day without being in your phone all damn day, man. You know, we got a lot of our people, man, be stuck in these damn phones, man. You can't leave. You leave the house, man. You forget your phone. Most of us gonna turn back around. Most of us gonna turn back around, right? And go get our phone. You leave your Bible at home. You're not turning around go get your Bible, man. Most. I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying you forget your Bible. I know I keep Bibles in my car. Everywhere I go, I gotta have a Bible. Period. We gotta be prepared at all times. Right, you got to be, you know, ready to give an answer at any given time. But I'm saying most of our people, if they forget their Bible at home, they're not going to turn around. It just depends on where they're at, you know. But I know if I left my Bible and I know I don't have one in the car, I got to turn around and get it, right? You know, but most people, shit, they forget their phones. they turn it around. I don't care how far they be far, man. They be
Or
far.
even if they're late for work, man. Even if they're late for work.
Right. But they'll turn around, man, and go racing back to get that phone, man. Because they gotta have it, right? It's like a habit, you know. Let's get another one. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Right. Well, I want to read a definition for worldly, you know, because we hear that word a lot in the truth. Right. So the definition for worldly is the second definition is of or concerned with material values, you know, pertaining to cell phones, gadgets, devices, right? Or ordinary life rather than spiritual existence, right? So when he say, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, those are temporal things that are temporal, right? Mortal, non-spiritual, unspiritual, material, profane, cardinal, right? Let's go to the book of John 14 and 21.
Come.
John 14 and 21, man, because you can't be worldly out here, man, especially if you're in this truth. You know, that's the war. You know, that's the spiritual war, man, your flesh versus your spirit. Right? John 14 and 21.
21. Everybody got to say, con.
Come.
That's the wrong one, but you can bring it out.
Are you sure? That's not the one you want.
No, that's not the one. All right, so it's Romans 8. Salakia, Romans 8 and 6. Salakia. Romans 8 and 6.
The book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 6. And everybody got to say, con.
Come.
Romans 8 and 8. So then they that are in the flesh.
Romans 8 and 6.
8 and 6, Salakia. 8 and 6. For to be carnally minded is death.
Right, so that's basically saying to be worldly minded is death, because when you worldly, you're carnal, you're unspiritual. You worried about the material stuff, you worried about the devices, you're trying to keep up with the Joneses when you carnal minded. And that's death, man. Right? Because that's sin. Sin brings forth death. Sin is the wages of death, man. And being worldly minded or carnally minded is death. Read.
But to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
So to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Why? Because the law is spiritual, right? And when you're keeping the laws, you're in the spirit. You know, you be comforted by the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is within you. That's peace, man. You have peace in the Holy Spirit. You have peace in Yahushua. You have peace in the scriptures, right? Read.
Because the carnal mind is enmity against God.
So, but the carnal mind is enmity, meaning rivalry against the Most High, man. So you don't want to have a carnal mind. You don't want to have a worldly mind. You don't want to be in the world, right? Following the ways of the heathens. You know what I'm saying? And even these top elite heathens, they're not even following the wave of letting their children be on social media like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I done seen children on TikTok literally kill themselves trying to keep up with a damn challenge, man. Trying to keep up with a TikTok challenge. Because they not being taught the spiritual side of life. They're not being taught the law, statutes, and commandments and the wiles of the devil, man. They learning how to do dance moves and trends, you know, that can potentially lead them to death. You know, not even to say that everything on social media is evil, you know what I'm saying? But it's a balance. Our people got to deal with the balance. Mm-hmm. You know, there's some evil on it, there's some good on it. You know, I'm constantly in my phone, but I'm always looking up precepts, looking up signs of the times, you know what I'm saying? I'm always doing stuff to that effect, but then you can still catch yourself slipping, you know, on the timeline of Instagram where they just start throwing thoughts up there on top of the damn, they just pop up on your screen,
they just throw
you
it
know,
up
out of
there,
nowhere. You see none but scriptures, then out of nowhere, you see women. with gym clothes on. You know what I'm saying? Out of nowhere.
And to add to that too, like I know I had deleted my old social media pages and redid it to where I have more like-minded brothers and sisters on my timeline, so that stuff wouldn't pop up. And at the end of the day, they still find a way to get up in there and they'll just throw a random person. You ain't even following this person, and they got them in there in your feed.
Right.
Like, they'll just throw that in your mix. Like, they'll throw it in the feed, and you like, damn, man, who is this? And you kind of figure out how to block them, like, so they don't pop up no more. But they still find, they crafty devices. They still find a way to get around it. Go ahead.
Come on. Finish reading verse 7.
All right, continue in verse 7. For it is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can be.
Right. So the carnal mind is not subject to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, because you're thinking with your flesh, right? You feeding your flesh more than you feeding your spirit. Your flesh is not subject to not watching porn or not committing adultery or not stealing or not murdering your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Your flesh always want to commit evils, man. It's not subject to the laws of the Most High, but your spirit is indeed willing, like the brother brought out, but your flesh is weak. So you have to train your mind. You have to unwash your brain and reprogram your mindset and become more spiritual by reading these laws, statutes, and commandments. Verse 8.
Verse 8. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please God.
Right. So those that are in the flesh can't please the Most High. Those that's addicted to their phones or addicted to social media and can't let it go, they can't please the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't in them to put down their phone, or even with their phone, it ain't in them to download a Bible app and read 3 chapters in a day. It's just not in them. They too distracted. Man. Mm-hmm. But the carnal mind is deaf, man. A worldly mind, like the brother said, we gotta train ourselves, man. Try to put your phone down for 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Go around, get a bucket, collect everybody's phone in the house, and we finna go 3 hours without our phone. Just leave it alone.
Right.
If you gotta hit somebody up, hit them up after the 3 hours, man. If somebody call you, just let it ring. Cut the silence off.
Right.
But just have a peace of mind. This Jamaican guy in Miami, he once told me he had his phone on.
Disturb.
It was on Do Not Disturb, but it made a ding. Right, it made like a bell sound. And when it did that, he was like, "That's the bell of freedom, because I'm not answering this shit." You know what I'm saying? That's the bell of freedom, because people call you with all kind of news, man, with all kind of bull BS, distractions, unprofitable conversations, to throw your whole mindset off. I'm about to study, then I'm getting calls from people out of town and they ain't talking about nothing. I'm like, hey man, I'll call you back. I'm about to study. But we got to be more disciplined when it comes to these devices, man. We can't have a carnal mind. That's all I want to do.
Come on. Let's go to Ecclesiastes. Speaking on that, let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 2.
Chapter 1 and verse 2.
Everybody gotta say con.
Come.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 2, and it reads, "Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity."
All is vanity. If it's not, but if the Most High ain't got nothing to do with, if it ain't got nothing to do with this, it's vanity, man. Like that's plain, man. It's vanity, man. It's nonsense. We ain't dealing with it. Let's go to Psalms 119, and we're gonna read 37.
Psalms 119 and verse 37. When everybody got it, say con. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 37, and it reads, turn away mine eyes from beholding vanity, and quickeneth thou me in thy way.
Right? So it says, turn away my eyes from behold vanity, and quickeneth thou me in thy way. Right? Because everything appealing, it starts with the eyes, right? It starts with the eyes. What you desire, everything. It starts with your eyes. You see it, you want it, right? Hey, that's that new iPhone. That's that new iPhone just came out. If you was blind and you ain't see that damn iPhone, you wouldn't give a damn about that damn iPhone, right? You wouldn't give a damn about that Mercedes Benz, man, with the rims, and you wouldn't care about that stuff. If we didn't have eyes to see half this stuff that's going on, you wouldn't even give a damn. You'd be like, man, look, if it ain't pertaining to this, it don't make no damn sense, right? So everything starts with our eyes. And speaking on that, let's go to Genesis chapter 3 and 6.
I got a precept after that too.
Okay, because it started at the damn beginning, man.
Genesis 3 and 6.
Yep.
Yeah, Eve was tripping.
It started with damn Eve, man. It's goddamn food. Man. So, but that it started from the beginning, man. Like everything we see, you don't see blind people giving a damn what they driving. You don't see them think about what the hell they got in their damn on the phone.
They don't care what they got on. They don't care what outfit they got on. Put them on some shirt and some pants, they cool.
Don't care about the latest fashion or nothing.
Right.
And we wouldn't care if we didn't have eyes. You'd be like, hey man, look, hey brother, did this look good? He'd be like, yeah, you good. All right. If you had eyes, you'd be like, nah, man, this ain't going.
Right. Like the rappers say in the world, I'm blind to the BS.
To the BS.
You
right.
know, you gotta be blind to certain things, man.
Right. Bring that out, King.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3 and verse 6, and it reads, when the woman saw that the tree was good for food and that it was pleasant to the eyes.
See, pleasant to the eyes. Go ahead.
A tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat.
See, she took of the fruit. Now, she didn't have damn eyes. She couldn't have seen that fruit look good, right? So it started with her eyes. Read.
And did eat, and gave also to her husband with her, and he did eat.
Right. So everything starts with our eyes, man. Everything starts with our eyes. Because everything your eyes see, you desire it, man. You know? That's just like we read this Bible. If we didn't have eyes, if you know, we'll have to learn how to read with our hands. But, you know, low key, like if we're seeing this Bible, we're addicted to it. You know, true followers, man, is addicted to this. We're addicted to the Most High, man. This is our drug right here. This got to be our drug, man.
Yeah.
Not no damn these devices that they coming up with. This got to be our drug, our everyday drug right here. This our medicine right here, right? Let's go to Ecclesiastes. Oh no, you got a precept. Bring it up.
All right, let's go to the book of Isaiah 33 and verse 15. Isaiah 33 and verse 15, because the doctrine that the serpent was kicking to Eve, it was pleasant to the eyes. You know, she had a carnal mind dealing with that doctrine, man, and it was pleasant to her eye. Just like a lot of our sisters, you know, it's easy for them to
33.
Give up their body to a man that has possessions, that has material things, because it's pleasant to the eyes, right? Just like, you know, things can look good on social media. You know, a woman can look good on social media, and by you looking at that woman, you lusting after that woman, it could trigger you to go watch X-rated videos, or it could trigger you to go look at something that's unprofitable, that's going to destroy you mentally and spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Just by the lust of the eyes, right? So Isaiah 33 and 15, bring that out.
So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 15. It reads, He that walketh righteously and speaketh uprightly, he that despiseth the gain of oppression, Salakia, oppression, that shaking his hands from holding of bribes, that stoppeth his ears from hearing of blood, and shutteth his eyes from seeing evil.
Right. So he that walketh uprightly and speaketh uprightly, right? You despise the gains of oppression. You know, you despise law enforcement, you know, taking money from the innocent or slaying the innocent or locking somebody up and they didn't even do nothing. You despise that type of works, man. Evil works, you despise it. And it say that shaking his hand from holding of bribes. You're not taking no bribes. That's you walking righteously. Money can't make you transgress the laws of the Most High. Right? It say that stoppeth his ears from hearing of blood and sheddeth his eyes from seeing evil. You got to be blind to the fact, man. You see stuff on your timeline or social media, you got to keep scrolling.
Right.
You know, you can't fall into those temptations. Your thoughts, you know, you can't let your imaginations, you know, be consumed by those lust of the eyes, lust of the flesh. You know, you got to stop your eyes from seeing evil. You got to be blind to the fact. Read verse 16.
Verse 16. He shall dwell on high. His place of defense shall be the munitions of rocks. Bread shall be given him. His waters shall be sure.
Right. So he that dwell on high, his place of defense shall be the munition of rocks. Right. Going into ammunition, you know, munition of rocks. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have that defense. You're gonna be sitting on high, and you're gonna be armored up, man. Right? It say, bread shall be given him, meaning this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, the bread of life. Right? His waters shall be sure. There's living waters. You know, we sure of our doctrine. We sure of our faith. We sure that we're supposed to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments in order to get into the kingdom. Keep the commandments and the faith in Christ. Right? Verse 17.
Verse 17. Thine eyes shall see the king and his beauty. They shall behold the land that is very far off.
Right. So we shall see the king and his beauty pertaining to Yahushua. And they shall behold the land that is very far off. But that's comes with you doing what's right and you refraining from evil. You turning your eyes from the evil, man. You know, watching porn is wicked, you stop doing it. You make a covenant with your eyes, like in the book of Job said. You know what I'm saying? He made a covenant with his eyes not to look upon a maid. You got to make a covenant with your eyes to not be addicted to porn or to be addicted to social media, man. You know what I'm saying? Because our people, we nosy as hell, man. Israel knows it. We want to see what's going on. We got to know the tea. We got to get the tea. We got to get the scoop about every little thing. You know what I'm saying? We be in other people's comments, watching them go at it. You know, we'll set the phone down and we'll pick it back up a couple hours later and go back to the thing and see how far they done took it. You know what I'm saying? But we got to be mindful of that type of stuff, man. If you see people in the midst of strife, you gotta hide your eyes from that evil, man. You gotta not even look into it, so you don't be carried away, man. Right? But it starts with the lust of the eyes. You know, anything that's of the world, that's carnal, that's worldly, it starts with the lust of the eyes, like the brother brought out when Eve saw that it was pleasant to the eye. But the Most High say, you gotta shed your eyes from seeing evil, man. You gotta, you know, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. You know?
Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 31 and verse 13.
Ecclesiasticus or Sirach in the Apocrypha, chapter 31 and verse 15.
31 and verse 13.
31 and verse 13, Salaki.
Everybody gotta say come.
Come.
This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 31 and verse 13. And it reads, remember that a wicked eye is an evil thing. And what is created more than and what is created more wicked than an eye? Therefore it weepeth upon every occasion.
So look, so it says, remember that a wicked eye is an evil thing, right? So what is created more wicked than an eye? That's, man, look, our eyes, man, ain't nothing more wicked than them damn eyes, man, because you're seeing everything and you're going off of that. You're going off of everything you see. Oh, that brother got them new J's, man. I want them.
Right.
You start lusting after them damn J's.
Covetous.
Yeah. You want them damn J's so bad, man. You go to the pawn shop, man. Jake, you know, they like to go to the damn pawn shop and trade in everything, man. Go get them damn J's that's about to come out. They stand in line for hours, man, just to get them pair of shoes. Like, which is crazy.
They stole jewelry out their mama jewelry box and went and pawned the damn necklace.
Hey, standing on the damn bus stop with some fresh 12s. Like, it's crazy, man, right? Let's go to Proverbs.
It's a momentum.
It is. Go ahead.
Verse 14.
Verse 14. Go ahead, make it up.
Verse 14, it said, stretch not thy hand whithersoever it looketh, and thirst it not with him into the dish. So you can't stretch your hand to wherever you see, man. You know, you can't, whatever you see, you can't just go grabbing for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because everything you see ain't good. You know, everything that glitter ain't gold. You know what I'm saying? Just like these brothers, you know, they look at these sisters with these bodies and makeup, and they got breast implant, butt implants, damn, all this stuff to look good, but then once they get their hands on that woman, it's like he held the scorpion, man. You know what I'm saying? These women be wicked, they be lawless, you know, they like to go back and forth, start arguments, but she looked good and you went for it,
right?
But you can't go everywhere you see, you know what I'm saying? You can't just go reaching for it, man. You gotta have some type of discipline.
Right.
Right? And it says, and thrust it not with him into the dish. Right?
Right. So we can't go after them things, man. Let's get Proverbs 4 and 25.
Everybody got to say con. Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 25.
Come.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 4 and verse 25, and it reads, let thine eyes look right on, and let thine eyelids look straight before thee.
Right. Let your eyelids look right. Look right on. Like, we gotta be looking like in the right direction, man. You know, you see you walk past the damn Eve, man. You can't be going looking back, man, seeing what's back there, right? We're gonna just keep it real. Don't be looking, trying to, you know what I mean? Keep your eyes on straight, man. Right? Don't go. Them eyes will send you off, man. You say you gotta look straight before thee, right? What's the first thing we do when we wake up, man? You wake up, man, you grab your damn phone, man. I don't care what nobody say, you grabbing your phone, man. When you wake up in the morning, you picking up your phone, right? Let's go to Exodus. Let's go in the law about that. Let's go to Exodus 20 and 3. You know,
You roll over, grab
you
it off the
roll
charger.
over, you grab it off the charger, man. Half sleep, eyes not even open yet. You ain't did nothing else. You grabbed your phone, right? We all do it. We all do it, man. We all fall short, right? Let's bring that out, King. Exodus 20 and 3.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 3, and it reads, thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Right? We should have no other gods before Yahweh, man. The phone becomes your God.
Yeah.
The phone becomes our God, man, when we relying on the damn phone all the time, man. So we got to be careful, right?
Because the Most High say, let that damn phone save you.
Hey,
The Most High tell you, hey, let that damn phone save you from them demons.
nah, for real, man. Like, we can't do that, man. Right? Let's go to Deuteronomy 7:3. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. He said, let the
I know
phone.
how the Most High get there.
That phone, hey, you gonna piss him off, man. Let that phone say, you all right? Hey, you better Google how to get yourself into the kingdom. Right? Right? You gotta Google. Ain't nobody coming.
Right.
That phone gonna be dead in them times. Off the charger forever. All right, go ahead. Bring that up.
Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
And 3.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 3, and it reads, neither shalt thou make marriages with them, thy daughter verse 3, neither shalt thou make marriages with them, thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly.
Right? So he said for in verse 4, for they will turn away thy sons from following me, that they may serve other gods, right? You're gonna serve other gods, man. You're gonna piss the Most High off, man. When you always in your damn phone, man, when you know you're supposed to, hey, man, go study, man, right? Go bring out something. Do a video, do a class or something, like, go read a couple chapters or something, right? We can't be focused on this damn phone, man, and these devices. Let's go to Judges chapter 5 and verse 11. Just trying to speed, I'm trying to get through these precepts because I got a lot, so I'm trying to just move a little quickly, so you guys can get all these precepts. 5 and 11. Judges 5 and 11.
Okay. This is the book of Judges, chapter 5 and verse 11, and it reads, they that were delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahweh, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord Yahweh go down to the gates.
Right? We got to rehearse the righteous acts of our forefathers. We need to be doing what they was doing, right? They was staying, keeping their face in this book, keeping their eyes on the scriptures, right? Daily. When we start falling, when we start, we just got to start being more mindful. That's all, because we all fall short, but we just got to be like mindful. Like, I know when you catch yourself doing something and you're like, man, why am I on here? Why am I scrolling on this? Man, let me go to a video. That's rewiring your brain, right? Because now you're gonna redirect it,
Mm-hmm.
So we just gotta keep, and then pray on it. Just keep on the right path, right? All right, you gotta preach.
Yeah, let's jump to Judges 10 and I want to say 14. Judges 10 and 14. Matter of fact, start at 13. Because the Most High not playing, man, because gods, that just means powers, judges or rulers, you know what I'm saying? So anything can have power over you. You can really make anything your God if you're giving all your time and attention to it, especially if you're giving more time to that device than the Most High, Judges 10 and 14. If you give more time to an app or than you give it to the Most High, you know, that app number became a God over you. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to put another God before the Most High, because that's one of the worst trespasses you can do against the Heavenly Father is idolize and worship another deity, right? Bring it up.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 10 and verse 14. It reads, "Go and cry unto the gods."
Start at verse 13.
13. Verse 13. "Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods."
Right, you forsaking the Most High because you're not reading, you're not studying, you're not feeding the sheep, right? You're not edifying nobody.
Right.
You just doing whatever the hell you want to do. Watching Netflix all day, ain't giving the Most High no time. Working overtime all week and, you know, dealing with this person's situation and this person's situation, but you forsaking the Most High to serve other gods. Read.
"Wherefore I will deliver you no more."
And the Most High say He's not going to deliver you no more when you do that.
Right.
When you put another God before Him, whatever type of afflictions or troubles you get into, you're on your own, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Read.
"And the Salaki, go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen."
Right. Go cry to this damn phone. You know what I'm saying? Go cry to this phone and tell this phone to save you. Right? Read.
"Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation."
Come on. The Most High say, let them deliver you in the time of your... This phone ain't going to save you from shit. This phone is not going to save you or deliver you from nothing. Right? Esau got his weapons drawn down on you. How you going to pray to this phone and tell this phone to save you, man?
Right.
You can't. You know, and that's what's wrong with a lot of our youth. They so dependent on these devices that they can't live without it. You put them on punishment and take it from them, they go crazy, man. They go insane.
Con.
Because they're addicted. They got this as a God. They idolize and worship this phone, man. But the Most High say, go cry to these gods that you have chosen and let them deliver you out of your tribulation. Right?
Right.
Come.
Let's go to Matthew 5 and 48. Matthew 5 and 48, everybody.
Matthew chapter 5 and verse 48, when everybody got it, say come. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 48, and it reads, "Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect."
Now, it said, "Be ye perfect," right? Even as our Father which is in heaven is perfect. So we got to strive for perfection, period. You know, every day we're striving for perfection. You know, you got a lot of people, you can't be perfect. Then you bring this scripture out. He said, "Be ye perfect." If it was impossible, it wouldn't be in here.
Right.
He wouldn't allow us to be, you know. He said, "Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect." So it's a possibility that we can be perfect. There's brothers out here that's following these law, statutes, and commandments to a T, and they're not straying away, right? Let's go to 1 Peter. 1 Peter 2 and 21. Quick.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 21. Go on.
21 and read 21 and 22.
Okay, this is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 21, and it reads, "For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ Hamashiach also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps, who did no sin, neither was no guile found in his mouth."
Right. So it says we are to follow in Christ's steps and Hamashiach's his steps, right? We got to do what he did when he was on this earth. we got to follow our forefathers, you know, we got to follow them. We got to follow the footsteps. So these are the steps in the Bible that we have to follow, right? Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 6. We're going to read down to 9.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7. Chapter 7?
Chapter 7, yeah.
Chapter 7 and verse 6. When everybody got it, say con. 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 6. Right? 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 6, and it reads, "But I speak this by permission and not of commandment.
Read.
For I would that all men were even as myself, so like it, were even as I myself, but every man have his proper gift of the Most High, one after this manner and another after that. I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I. But if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn."
Right. That wasn't all that I wanted, but
I could elaborate on that a little bit.
Go ahead, King.
All right,
I gotta find that wasn't the right one, but
so just linking it up with the crafty counsel of these wicked devices. You know, Paul talking about, you know, refraining from sex, you know, refraining from women, you know, spiritually becoming a unit. He was like, but if you can't do that, you know what I'm saying, get you a wife, marry, so you don't get caught up out here, you know, in fornication, you know, watching porn all the time or looking for hoes and prostitutes. You know what I'm saying? You wanna get married so you don't burn, man. And it helps too. Like being with a rib helps me not to get on no porn website or go out in the streets looking for just whores and prostitutes. Having a rib at home, it keep you at home, it keep you grounded. You know what I'm saying? But Paul is just saying, basically, man, it's better to have a rib than to burn, you know, than to be cast out the presence of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? But if you're strong enough to not have a rib,
like he was,
you know, and abstain from chasing harlots and going on porn websites, hey, that's fine as well, man. He just wants you to be righteous. Paul wanted us to follow Hamashiach to the T. And that's what we must do, man. That's what we must do. We got to encourage each other to stay in these laws, statutes, and commandments and to walk this straight and narrow path, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? When push comes to shove and you're back against the wall, are you going to transgress the law or not? Right. You should not transgress against the law, no matter if you're back against the wall, man.
I sent you the next one too. It's just a brief one.
Con.
Go ahead, King.
Another precept. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11.
2 and verse 2 and verse 11. The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. And it reads, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." Right.
See, that's so, you know, we don't want him to get an advantage of us. And what is that advantage? The advantage of serving him and doing the things that he wants us to do, living in sin instead of serving the Most High, you know?
Right.
And, you know, you're going to let also, like you just elaborating on his devices, which is these cell phones, these computers, these tablets, you know, whatever it may be, that takes you to watch these programs or go on social media and all this stuff. You know, we want to use these things for our benefits, for edifying purposes. Just like finding out these information about Steve Jobs and all these other guys, you won't go to the store and really find a book on stuff like this to say, okay, he created the iPhone, but he didn't let his kids or his grandkids use these devices, you know, because he knows the distraction and the destruction that it creates for the mind. So we won't get these things. And just like what we're doing, we're using this platform for right now. We're using this same internet, the same cell phones, social media, whatever, to bring this word out, to reach out people that we can't physically be around.
Right.
So this is what we got to use these things for, you know, like a brother always say all the time, you know, a lot of us got smartphones, but we're dumb as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we want to use these devices to for our benefit, because even look at what the Most High is doing. These devices that they created, the Most High is making a lot of these information come out and making us find these information about certain things that's been hidden from us, things that are in books that we don't have access to, books that they may, you know, jack up the price on a particular book just because they know we're not going to buy it. But the elites, the ones that have the money to buy these books, they're going to get it, or if they didn't already have it. So when they see a book come out today, like just say, for instance, say the Willie Lynch letter was a book that was hard to get a hold of. Then all of a sudden now they see people like, oh, wait, they're waking up. This book was $12, $13, $14. Now all of a sudden, let's make this book $14,000. See which one of these Negroes are going to buy it. You know what I'm saying? But if the new iPhone comes out, that's about 10 grand. Jake will find that money to buy it.
An arm and a leg, huh?
I'm telling you, man.
Ain't got no car, no crib. They on the bus stop. They got that phone though.
He's gonna find that money to get it, man. Whether he gotta rob the other man to get it or whatever he's gonna do, he would sacrifice 20 paychecks just to buy that phone.
Yeah,
right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
I got another article, man, about our attention span, man. It says, did you know that the average attention span is just 8.225 seconds, right? And this is they calculated this up for, this is they did this in July 11, 2022. And it says research has revealed that human beings are indeed lagging behind the goldfish in terms of being able to focus on a task or object, right? So when you tie this in, the attention span, that's just like you can tie that into TikTok, you know, and Instagram. And, you know, when everybody making videos, our attention span is so short, like that's why they created TikTok, because TikTok is like a couple second video and it's got your attention. Just, you got to get the attention quick, right? And that's what all social media platforms, they started shrinking down, because back when they first created them, it was more more time. Like they had you had 5-minute videos, or you had like a minute video, you know. Now they make it to where you can't even go past a certain amount of time before you got to make another video. So you can see we're only 8.25, man, like seconds, and we lacking behind the damn goldfish, man. It said all of these attention spans, they getting them. It says what is it? Our current. They said is current and up to date. And look, it says average humans. Okay. It says the key average attention spans, right? It says the average human has an attention span.
I can read that.
Okay, you got to
say the key average attention span statistics. 1, the average human has an attention span of just 8.25 seconds, according to recent studies. 4.25 seconds less than in 2000. right? So in the year 2000, it was probably 12 seconds, 12.50 seconds, 12.5 seconds. Number 2, the average human attention span decreased by nearly 25% between 2000 and 2015, and now we're lagging behind the goldfish. 9-second attention span. So the goldfish have a 9-second attention span, and we less than the damn goldfish.
The goldfish can look at something longer than we can.
Yeah, we can. And he ain't got nothing to do.
He ain't got nothing to do. He bored.
So it say in terms of our ability to focus on a task or objects. Number 3, the humble goldfish has a 9-second attention span, which is higher than the average a human has. Number 4, 25% of teens forget important details of their close relatives and friends. Wow. 5, 7% of people forget their own birthday occasionally. I'm one of them.
Yep.
Number 6, number 39, number 6, 39% of Americans have forgotten one basic piece of information or lose one item they use on a daily basis in the last week. Number 7, on average, an office worker will check their email inbox 11 times an hour. Number 8, the average person picks up their phone more than 1,500 times every week. That's once every 5.5 minutes. The phone takes up, number 9, the phone takes up on average 3 hours and 16 minutes of someone's day.
See?
You have 24 hours in a day, and people let their phones take up 3 hours and 16 minutes.
And that's just a average. That's not real, like
that's not everybody.
That's not everybody, right?
And you gotta sleep for about 6-7 of those hours.
Right. So most of the time you on your deal on these devices. So,
it was just, I'm reading something also too about the attention span. It says, measuring humans' estimated attention span depends on what the attention is being used for. Exactly. So if it's something that's really, really edifying, like this truth, the attention span is going to be way less than a goldfish.
Right.
It might be like, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. All right, they talking about God. I don't want to hear that.
Right.
Oh, look how she's shaking it. Look how she's moving. Look at that brother. He's smoking that good stuff. Yo, let me watch this for a minute. Right. You caught up in it for approximately more than 3 hours, because if it's a bunch of videos about porno stuff and that's what you're into, you're gonna be into it heavy and be watching these things and getting caught up with it. So that's when Satan device is really gonna get a hold of you.
Right. Right. That's a fact. Number 10, users will read at most 28% of the words during an average visit of a web page, but 20% is more likely. 11, the average page visit lasts less than 1 minute, and users typically leave web pages in only 10 to 20 seconds. Number 12, the average amount of time someone watches an internet video is 2.7 minutes. 13, 59% of senior executives prefer to watch a video than read text if they had the choice.
See? So we damn lacking behind a damn goldfish though, man. That's crazy, right? We got a lot of making up to do.
Right? Our people seek distractions.
Right.
We like distractions. We love to be distracted. That's something that we are addicted to too.
Right.
We'll be doing something, the next thing you know, something already stole our attention away from what we was doing. And then while we're giving attention to this, something else stealing our attention from what we're doing right now. So that when you backtrack all of the distractions and you go back to the source that you was really focused on, that's what you need to really stick with. That main source that you was focused on before all those distractions start kicking in. You know, and I examine myself frequently, and I catch myself when I start getting distracted. I be like, okay, let me get back to what I was doing.
That's first time to reset. Right. Let's go to the Apocrypha. Ecclesiasticus 39:1.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 39 and verse 1. When everybody got it, say come.
Let's just got a few more precepts left, and I'm gonna end it in my end.
This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 39 and verse 1, and it reads, "But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies."
Right. They said, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and meditate on it, right? He said, thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancients. So we gotta be meditating on the Most High at all times, man. That's the most important thing. All these devices, they ain't nothing but distractions, right? When you start scrolling on your damn phone, they ain't nothing but a damn distraction and an addiction. That's all it is. We ain't nothing different than a damn junkie, man. When it comes to the damn phone. Oh, I gotta see this. Oh, I heard so-and-so did this, that fight last night. And it's madness, man. It's dumbing us down, right? Let's go. You want to bring something?
Yeah, distraction is synonymous to interruption. You know what I'm saying? When you're interrupted from doing something. You know, that's synonymous to distraction. So let's just say you're trying to read your scriptures, right? You're trying to get your study on, and next thing you know, you have an interruption out of nowhere. Because Satan know you're trying to seek the Most High, get close to the Most High. So he's going to send you all kind of various interruptions to keep you from reading them scriptures. You know, and it ain't nothing but distractions. You know what I'm saying? Your child could hurt themselves, or you could receive a phone call, or somebody could ring the doorbell, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody cooking something and the smoke detector going off. It just be interruptions. You know, distractions are interruptions from the task that you was doing. You know, but you do gotta be occupied in this word, man. You know, you gotta have more power up here than to let a distraction or interruption stop you from doing what you was doing. You know
I got 3 more precepts left. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 33 and verse 27.
When everybody got it, say come. Sirach 33 and 27.
Come.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 33, verse 27, and it reads, "Send him to labor, that he be not idle, for idleness teacheth much evil."
Right. So we gotta continue to labor, man. We can't be idle. We gotta be working, man. Like when you get in that I'm bored spirit hit you, that's when it's time to put in some work. That's when it's time to read. That's when it's time to study. That's when it's time to put a lesson on and get your mind right real quick. Get your spirit right to stay in the spirit continually, right? Yeah, because when you're idle, man, it's gonna teach you're gonna think of evil things, man. Those thoughts will start coming in. Oh, let me listen to the latest Usher song or Tank song or Lil Baby. He got what they talking about, you know? You be like, oh, Lil Baby got a new song out. You hear about it, and then you go look and see what oh man, that was fire. But I can't get involved in this. But your mind will be going, man, and you be lost for a second. You be like, damn, that's when it's time to, hey, let me get my mind right, man. Now I just heard some stuff that twisted my spirit up a little bit. You know, so we just got to be on point with this thing, man. Let's go to Proverbs 24 and 27. One more. After that.
Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 27. When everybody got it, say God.
Come.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 24 and verse 27. Prepare thy work without and make it fit for thyself in the field, and afterwards build thine house.
It says, prepare thy work. So we got to prepare. We got to prepare ourselves, right? You know, we got to be on. We got to be on top of it. You know, when it comes to these type of things that enter into our mind, we got to be prepared. It says, work without and make it fit for thyself in the field, and afterwards build thine house. Right? So we got to stay active. We got to stay mobile. This is my last precept. Let's go to Habakkuk 2 and 2.
Everybody got it, say God.
That's after Micah.
Come.
A little book. Yeah, man, we got to stay active, man, because the moment we go idle, man, that's when Satan start coming and start throwing them damn demons on you. Start having your mind wander. You know, thoughts come in. You start singing that damn old song you used to sing when you was that old man. You know, you start to go into your old habits. You know, well, it ain't gonna hurt. Your thoughts start getting in your head. Well, it really ain't that bad, is it? You know, you start questioning yourself, man. Because them thoughts will start going in your mind. You know, you don't even want to be thinking about certain stuff, and you thinking about it. You know, bring that out, King.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 2, and it reads, and Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
Go ahead, read 3, 2. Just to...
Verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and will not tarry.
Right? So you put your work in, man. You may think it's not going nowhere, but in time it will. If we keep enduring to the end, it's gonna pay off, right? Our works is gonna pay off eventually. You know, as long as we keep staying abiding in the word, man, staying 10 toes down and being unmovable in this truth. You know, I'm gonna end with that one. You guys going to?
No, that was a good lesson.
Yeah, so I'm done with that. You got something, Amen, brother Amen? You want to bring something up?
No, I don't have anything right now.
Okay.
All praises.
All praises, man. Well, I want to give our honor and glory to the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Mashiach Yahushai. This is a lesson that needed to be had, man. You know, it was on my spirit. You know, I hope it edifies you guys. You know, I hope y'all was edified, Lord willing. But with that, shoot, I'm done. You know, if anybody have any questions or, you know, comments, I want to talk to us or whatever, let us know. Speak now, or forever hold your peace.
You know, but I really didn't know that them CEOs wasn't letting their children, you know what I'm saying, even get a damn phone till they was 14. Till they was in high school.
Right, man.
You know, that's mind blowing, man.
They ain't letting their damn kids, so why are we letting ours? You know, we don't even need to be looking at.
Right.
You know, how everybody doing, man? How everybody doing? Y'all can unmute. How y'all doing?
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Sabra. How you doing, sis?
Sis.
Oh, not bad at all. I don't have no complaints. You know how we do it.
That's what's
Ain't
up.
nothing to it but to do
All
it.
praise. All praise.
How you brothers been?
Been good, you know, trying to stay in the spirit, man. You know,
Right.
At war.
at war. We definitely at war, man. That's for sure.
Right. Time.
It's a battle going on, a spirit in the spirit. Spiritual realm, boy, it's going down right now. Did you
Yes.
imagine?
About the kids with the what I do is any of my kids' electronics, I put through my email. So I can check their search history, what they looking at, what they watching. I can check all that. I get emails and notifications on all that.
Oh, okay.
All praises.
Yeah, all praises. That's a good tool to use. That's what we do too. We give them a time limit because it's an app that after a certain time of the day, their phones shut down where they can't use them. And that's good. Shabbat Shalom, man.
Shabbat Shalom, Mama.
Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah, that's a good
Shabbat
idea.
Shalom.
That's a real good idea. And I had that on my daughter's phone as well. But I gotta put it back on there because I ain't paid the subscription, so I gotta put it back on there. I gotta hurry up.
Yeah, they tax us for every little thing, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
You too funny.
I gotta hurry up and get back on there.
Communion. Yeah, man. So, what y'all thought about the lesson? Was y'all edified? Just comment on it, you know.
Well, I just came in, so I didn't see nothing. I'll look at it later.
Yeah,
If you all record.
I'm gonna upload it. I just gotta upload it.
Okay.
It's gonna upload once we shut down. It's gonna upload, and then we're gonna work on it right away so we can get it out.
I'm doing how Harry was.
Well, I like it, man. Well, we really
Oh, that's tight.
What'd you say, King?
What you say, King?
No, I'm saying what we really got to do, from what I gather, is like, you know, not just our kids. We got to take responsibility for these devices and the things that we're watching, but ourselves also, and the people that are around us, as far as being in this truth. Because, you know, the people that's not in this truth, you can't really tell them much of anything, you know what I'm saying? Unless they're open-minded and willing to accept what you're telling them. But our brothers and sisters that's in this truth, that is trying to stay on the right path, we have to also be mindful of how they use these devices also, you know, because these devices could potentially be our downfall if we're not careful, you know, along with the other 3 billion things we're fighting in this world, man.
Man. You know, yeah, these phones are definitely they're addiction, man. You know, it's a form of medicine, you know, not physically going in your body, but like mentally. And it'll definitely mess you up, man, for sure. You'll be addicted to going on social media. Wake up, first thing you grabbing is your phone. You turning your phone until it dies. That's, you know, we all fall short of that. And we don't see it that way, but when you really, you know, stand on the outside, look in and really think about it, we really are, man. When we grabbing our phone, we always in our phone. You know, we always on the damn computer, you know, going, searching stuff, looking at stuff, you know, pop-ups popping up. We getting more more addicted to it. You know, that's the way Esau, you know, he's working, man, to get us, you know, to dumb us down, and our kids, because everything that our kids see on social media, they take that and run with it.
Right.
Well, this kid doing this, you know, go ahead, King.
Salakia, can I just bring out one more precept before we shut it down?
Yeah.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 29.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 29. And it reads, "And if thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out, and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body shall be cast into hell.
So it doesn't literally mean take a knife and pluck out your right eye. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These devices that hinder our spirits. You know, if these things, if you're struggling with lasciviousness, you're struggling with that strong sexual desire, and you're going through your social media and you're seeing a lot of porn or a lot of sexual stuff that's coming on. If these things are what really you're struggling with, then you shouldn't be looking at these things. You know, if you're struggling with, if you're a thief, if you're a liar, if you all these things that you're struggling with, these are the things that you have to refrain from. And this is what social media is all filled with. All these things that we're struggling with. So it's and they know what they're doing. They're not stupid.
Right.
They're not stupid. Job 9:24, the world is given into the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And these wicked people know what they're doing. They know they're trying to hinder us from gaining our salvation because they know we got next. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's their job. Their job is to try to bring us down to the lowest state possible. Like we're not already in the lowest state already, but their job is to just hold us down as long as possible because they know they have but a short time. Yep,
their time is coming. All praises.
All praises.
Yeah, man.
All praises.
All right, y'all. Y'all continue, have a good Shabbat. Always a pleasure, man, seeing y'all, man. Seeing our people.
Always, Kings, always.
Oh, yeah, and also look up the Blackout Challenge on YouTube. Whenever y'all get a chance, the Blackout Challenge. They got parents suing TikTok right now for the death of their children because their children was doing challenges where they would tie rope around their neck and shoestrings till they pass out and they die.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
they had one of our people, man. The son died. He tied his shoestring up and did the challenge and strangled himself to death. And he was a kid.
Yeah, went brain dead for 2 weeks and then died.
Yep. So
Shalakia. See, the problem with that is our people letting our kids have too much leeway. No kids should be on TikTok, Facebook, any of those things. They shouldn't be on any type of social media, period, until at least a certain age. I mean, they should be, it's sad. But you have little young kids that's like 10, some younger, 5 and 6. I saw a young girl on TikTok doing the little TikTok dance. I don't know, whatever the TikTok dance. And I was like, what the hell? And she was I'm like, she was by herself. She had the phone, went and, started the phone and she's dancing. It's the parents that allow these children to have that type of leeway. We didn't have that kind of thing. We started off with pagers and, talking about social media, you started off with the pagers and then you had the car phone that, you couldn't walk out the car without it, but then it just goes on and on and on. Our children were into my children were more into playing outside. Yeah, they played video games every now and then, but their top priority was to play outside.
Right.
And you look at like now, kids don't want to go outside and play. They don't. They want to be inside on their phone, on a computer, or something else, but not just natural playtime.
Right.
Like, I raised my kids to play outside like I did. And that's what they did. But it's a shame, but it all starts with the parents. Outside was my toys. Maybe some jacks and some marbles, but outside was it. You got in trouble. We got whippings for staying outside. You better be in for that street light. Come on.
Right. That part.
Salakia. One more precept, King, on Proverbs 22:6.
Proverbs.
Well, a point well taken there, sister. That's true because I'm Benji, you know, so I grew up in the islands and, you know, a lot of times playing with marbles in the streets. I played cricket in the streets, played
Yes.
soccer in the streets. And a lot of times I remember when we as kids used to be playing in the streets where sometimes the parents used to come out and play with us. I
Yes,
remember my mom played
exactly.
with us, yeah. You know,
Yes.
so these things
Yes.
don't happen anymore. We used to play hopscotch and all these things.
Hopscotch,
jump
double
rope.
dutch.
Ain't nobody
I
else.
love some double dutch. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get with my granddaughters and we gonna play some double dutch.
Ain't nobody doing double dutch no more. That's over with.
These
Oh
things-
no, my granddaughters to play some double
Double dutch.
dutch with me.
Yeah, they look at you like, what are you talking about? I don't.
Well, they don't know, but they'll learn because they like to jump rope. So we're gonna teach them how to jump double dutch.
There you go.
You gotta get our turf back. All right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
That's
Huh.
right.
So that's what we need. That's what we need to do. That's what parents need to do these days. But you know, one of the major problems is it's a Bible prophecy because it says in the last days, babies will be having babies. You know,
Correct.
so if you're a baby, it's very much you can teach a baby that you just gave birth to on how to be a woman, on how to be a man, on how to be a child, on how to do anything because you're still learning. But
Right.
you were so naive and so, you know, so fast to spread your feathers that you just spread your feathers to the wrong man, and there you go. Now you're having chitlins all over the place, and you know what I'm saying? You know, so you know,
Right.
it's just a sad thing, man. It's a sad thing, and if we train up our children according to the way they should be brought up, then a lot of these problems won't occur. And one thing my father used to always say to me as a child, he always used to say, you bring kids into this world, but you don't bring their mind. And I never understood that. I'm like, what is he talking about? Like, you bring kids into this world, but you don't bring their minds. But then as I got older, I started realizing if you don't do what Proverbs 22:6 says, then that's when that problem occurs. Because you bring the kids into this world and then you just let them loose. So
Right.
society is going to grab them. And when society grab them, is either you're going to discipline that child at home or the police is going to discipline them in the streets for you.
Right.
And when that happens now, we see the outcome of that happening amongst our people. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's why you got the George Floyds and we could go on and on about all these things, you know what I'm saying? But we know as men in the scriptures why a lot of these things are happening and why our people are going through these things because of the curses and because of the disobedience and not keeping the commandments of the Most High. So we know.
That's a fact.
Yeah, man. Shoot, we're gonna end it there, y'all. You know,
Gone.
y'all to our Sabbath. You know, love y'all, man. And see y'all next time.
Love you too, family.
Lord willing,
Shalom.
Lord willing. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom,
Shalom, everybody.